I'm gonna rob the next person that asks me. What's up? What's up, y'all? And welcome to another episode of Blah Blah Blog. It's your girl, Marsha, aka MM Dulce, author of Do Your Dang Boo. Okay, you better gyrate. Baggage Claim, a life series available on mmdulce.com as well as on Amazon. Be sure to check me out because I do give you 6 chapters for the free, but that ain't why you're here. You're here because these questions that ninjas be asking, okay? And the question I want to address today is the most annoying question of them all, okay? As a matter of fact, it's so annoying, I'm gonna rob the next person that asks me. Don't ask me why there's a hole on the top. I thought I was gonna have a ponytail when I did this. But don't matter, stop asking me that dumbass question. As I was saying, so the why are you single question. All right. Hopefully you're subscribed to this channel. If you aren't, you're ugly and you are doomed to be ugly until you do. So you know how to fix that. But if you're subscribed to this channel, you might have already seen my Virgin at 27 video, and I'm 28 now. Time just be ticking and ain't nobody doing no sticking or licking.
Wow.
In that video, I kind of addressed, the fact that I'm not sexually active. For a long time, I used to say that that was the reason that, well, I was essentially single, because in most relationships, people like to be sexually active. So it made sense to me to blame my choice to be a virgin on why I was still single. Then I kind of started to grow and evolve, and I realized, no, that's not quite the answer. I realized I didn't really always know my worth. And so the guys that I attracted in the past, well, let's just say if, I would have ended up with them, I probably would have had a lot more scars and probably a lot more juicy stories to tell. No, real talk though, I really do not like that question because it implies that you should be in a relationship. It implies that singlehood is overrated, and if you're not in a relationship, you suck. And I don't like that because in my opinion, I don't think that a relationship is the mark of success. Sure, people can be in healthy, happy, and successful relationships, but it's not equal to success. It doesn't mean that if you are single, you're automatically not successful, unappealing, unattractive, or any other negative word. And I just really hate that this pressure is applied, especially to people, and especially women, especially as they approach their 30s, because of this assumption that these are the child rearing years. There are people in their 40s giving birth, and healthily at that, with no issues. So I just really do not like succumbing to those kind of questions and that pressure. But I'll entertain you guys and tell you guys why I think I'm single. In a nutshell, I think I'm single because I finally am understanding what it means to be single and happy. I now no longer look for validation in men and friends, and I feel like I am now getting to a place in my self-love journey that I couldn't have been in before without being in a space of being purely and intentionally single. And so I'm happy being single, and I realize that there's no way a relationship really could have worked out in the past without really having the best relationship grounded first, and that's the one I have with myself. So because over the past few months I have decided to engage in a purely single, straight, no dating, no talking to people kind of thing, I realized that I have this lust for life that is undeniable. I absolutely love the things that I do. I love the fact that I'm writing my 2nd book. I love the fact that I'm over here thinking about the 3rd book that I want to write. I love that I'm pouring my all into YouTube and trying to create valuable content. I love that I'm in school trying to become a therapist. Everything that I'm doing right now revolves around me. And I feel like in the past I used to do everything for, well, other people, especially the guys that I dated. I felt like my entire world was revolved around them. And I don't think the man that I desire, well, actually I do know that the man that I desire is not attracted to a woman that does not have things going for herself, is not attracted to a woman that isn't considerate of herself above everything else and concerned with herself above everything else. I feel like the man that I would be attracted to, and the man that I said I've wanted all my life, would want a woman that has an ambition for her own life and that knows how to really just enjoy and indulge in her own company and have peace at that. I feel like in the past I used to be super miserable just being alone, watching other people in relationships, wondering, well, why isn't that me? And I missed out on what it was to just be me, enjoy being me, and growing into a better version of me. So now that I'm in that place, I understand why I've been single all along. The guys that I dated in the past are not the kind of guys I would ever want to be with today. As a matter of fact, the people that I dated even this year could never get my number today. So I feel like I'm growing more and more aware of myself, more aware of what I truly want in a partner, and I know to look for it, but not in a very expectant, waiting by the phone, will you marry me because you're cute kind of way. I now understand that there are a lot of things that we look for in a partner that are absolutely superficial and does not really speak to how they'll take care of me in a marriage. So for example, this year, as you guys know, has been a very tough year. My life updates video has so many videos detailing all the BS that has happened this year alone. And I realized this year that what mattered most to me was friendship. And I think before I really want to get into whatever relationship I get into next, I really want to establish a very solid, pure and genuine friendship with that person. Because at the end of the day, when life hits you hard, you're going to really value that that person can be your friend. They could look good, but I mean, how much is that going to help you when you are in the darkest days of your life? It's just going to be a fine person in the room with you while you're going through the darkest days of your life. But what's going to matter more to me is someone being a very good listener, someone being super empathetic, someone being considerate of my feelings, someone allowing me the space to feel my feelings. And I have to realize, or what I had to realize, was that I had to validate myself and stop seeking validation in other people. I realized I will be a much stronger woman in the next relationship I get into now because I learned that for myself and finally spent time by myself. Like, I'm absolutely happy in this season of singleness, and I wish more people would understand that it is not a terrible thing. It's not a death sentence. It's so crazy the rap that being single gets, to the point where questions like, why are you single, are asked all the time, and with the air of like, what are you doing wrong? A guy asked me that, and it was a compliment he meant, but he really also kind of insulted me without really realizing it. To, you know, say all these wonderful things about me, for example, wow, you are so beautiful, you're just so fun to talk to, XYZ, but then end up asking me, well, are you a lesbian? Like, he was literally trying to go down the line as to why I wasn't in a relationship, why I haven't been in one, and why I wasn't seeking one, why I hadn't been wifed up already. I mean, honey, I have asked God tons of times, where he at? Is he coming? Is he at least 6'3"? I have asked these questions, okay? But I had to realize, Marsha, you were nowhere near ready for the guy that you asked for. The guy that you asked for was confident, and you are not even confident in your own self. So how could you ask for something that you're not? I had to realize I was not the woman that the man that I desired would attract. So I realized, you know what, let me work on me, because I do believe you are who you attract. I do believe that I realized that every guy that I dated in the past, it was exactly what I deserved for not knowing my own worth. Now that I'm in this new space, I'm a little bit more hesitant. I am in love with the peace that I've created within the relationship I have with myself, and I'm not really interested in inviting people to come and ruin that, especially if they're a Gemini. I don't like Geminis. I don't know, because they've broken my heart in the past. But I digress. I'm single because I'm enjoying this point in my life where I get to just enjoy being me, by myself, for me, doing the things that I love, doing the things that I believe in, no longer doing things for other people's approval or validation, and it feels really good. Now, do I get a little lonely? Yes. Do I wish that I kind of had somebody to rub my booty cheeks sometimes? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I do. But I also know that I'm only 28. I think 40 years from now, I will probably be on YouTube talking about, y'all, I don't know where the hell Freddie thought he was going wearing that last time in our couple's vlog. Okay, I hope I don't sound like that at 68. At the end of the day, I feel like I know that I will be in a very loving and healthy relationship. I'm in no rush. If I know that I'll spend 40 to 50, hopefully 60 plus years with somebody, I should have no problem with spending this time by myself, especially now that I know how to love myself. YouTube has been a very big part of my self-love journey. Every time I watch a video, every time I edit a video of myself back, I fall in love with myself. I realize that I am beautiful. I had to struggle for a long time to even see my own beauty. So as I talk to some guys now, even on a friendship level, as they compliment me, sometimes I'm still kind of like, me, you know, so it's just really strange. I also feel like I'm a very, very special character. I don't say that to say I'm better than anyone, but I also am saying that I finally realized my worth. I finally realized that I am quite the damn package, okay? I'm funny, I could cook, I'm plant-based, I'm thick. I ain't got no boobs, but you know I'm thick. You know what I'm saying? I really do feel like the person I end up with, we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I have no idea how long it'll take till I meet that person. I have no idea, you know, if I've already met that person or not. I have no idea when that person will come, but and hopefully, you know, I'm still operating a YouTube channel so you guys can kind of see this is how we met, this was whatever, but I kind of don't care anymore. I'm no longer waiting on another person to make me feel better about my life, and that's really important. You should ask yourself if you have peace in your life, if you're really bothered by that question, why are you single? I'm single because I want to be. So that's just that. Well, IDK about y'all. That's it for me. I just kind of wanted to touch on that why are you single question, because, well, I've gotten it all my damn life, and now I can say I'm single because I'm choosing to be, and I'm absolutely okay with that. Until next time, of course, if you do have a 6'3" and up cousin, son, uncle, nephew, coworker, ex, I'm just playing. Y'all, no, I don't need nobody hooking me up with nobody. Anyways, until next time, y'all, be refined, be ratchet, and be you. And if you single, own it. Period.
Marsha, please make another book.